Hey guys, good technically morning, almost afternoon. We're down by the White House. We don't have anything on our calendar today. Today is a free day, so let's go be free. And we're gonna go explore around the city a bit. Thought maybe we go down to a monument or something, maybe check out the mall. Definitely get some french fries. I haven't had french fries in like 2 days. It's like going nuts. Okay, what's this guy? He's gonna turn right. While we're down here, we can take a look at this building. Yeah, this building here on the corner is pretty famous. Old house. Used to be an old boarding house. Now it's like the headquarters of, it's the Decor Bacon House. And I think the Decor is like the retired diplomats. But John Marshall, Supreme Court Justice Marshall, used to live here, as did a number of other Supreme Court justices in this beautiful house by the White House. Okay, I realized I was too close to the building when I drove by the last time, so come back across the sheet to show you the Decor Bacon House, which is where the Supreme Court justices used to live. It's now kind of a museum slash office for like retired diplomats, like a private organization that represents them. Over there, I've shown it to you before, that is the Octagon House. That was the White House after the British burned the White House. And in fact, on the second floor there, that curved oval shape, that was like the first Oval Office, yeah? That's the Oval Office where the Treaty of Ghent was signed. Treaty of Ghent ended the War of 1812, and it was signed over there on a desk that they still have in that building today. It's a museum. You can go in. It's not a Smithsonian, it's a private museum, but it's a cool look at what houses looked like back in those days. Let's cut over and cut across the White House grounds, see what's going on. So it's like in the high 60s right now, maybe 70 degrees in the sun, but on a bike, it's actually a bit chilly, especially since I'm just wearing a polo shirt. Let's cut across the ellipse and we'll make our way over to the Washington Monument, where there's been a lot of little activity lately, construction. Now, Biden's away. Harris is in somewhere. She's got a virtual webinar this afternoon on debt limits that they invited the press to attend, but I'm like, I'm a photographer. What am I going to photograph of a virtual webinar? So I didn't sign up for that. Smells like fresh cut grass today. It looks like they just mowed the ellipse. It'd be nice if they actually let people go on the ellipse instead of hiding behind these fences. Anyway, let's get a little gander at the South Lawn, which is quite green today. Fountains are up. Can we see the dog? Looks like they're cleaning the fountains. And we don't see Commander.
There we go. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, pretty quiet. All right, there's our national Christmas tree. Still alive. That's an accomplishment. And let's cut over this area where they're putting up all this sort of event material that I was showing you briefly the other day. I found out what it was. Okay. So this is where they're going to have the graduation ceremony for George Washington, the Colonials, or whatever they're called now. And that'll be the stage. And all their parents will be out here in the shadow of the Washington Monument. Hopefully it won't be too hot. Those guys will be wearing robes and everything, and funny hats. It could be awful. All right, let's keep going down the mall. Oh, motorcycle gang of nerds on the other side of the street. They're making their way. Oh, they're going down fast. We're not going to run into them unless we chase them down. So there's the motorcycle gang of nerds, part of the Segway tours of Washington. They're all zipping around DC, seeing the sights, kind of like we are. I'm on a bike. This is an electric bike. It's a kind of electric bike. It's called pedal assist. So I can't just coast and like scooch. I have to like actually pedal, but every time I pedal, the batteries and the motors and gears give me a little extra boost. So it doesn't take a lot for me to get this thing up to say 15, 20 miles an hour. Yeah, just a nice easy pedal and this thing starts to fly. So this up here is the Organization of American States, and I walked through here the other day and I saw something cool. Well, not cool, but interesting. they all have like parking spots here. Every country has their own parking spot. Guatemala, Grenada, US, El Salvador, Ecuador, Dominican, Chile, Bolivia, Brazil, Barbados, Bahamas, Argentina. It's more or less alphabetical, except for the US, which took the spot in the middle. Oops. Oh well. Alright, let's go up this way. Part of the reason I went that way is to get away from all the tourists. Of which there were many. Let's cut over so that we're going the right way. There we go. See, look, I'm barely pedaling, and we're like closing on these dudes with like no effort at all. Let's go along. Ah, they're turning. We'll get the light. This one's got 6 seconds left. I think we can make it. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh yeah, we got an arrow. We're fine. I just need to get something. Okay, we got bulgogi tacos, which is Korean beef. It's quite good. So while this neighborhood looks like most other neighborhoods in DC, all of these houses are actually new and have been made to look like the old DC row houses. It's actually a new area subdivision, part of all of this redevelopment of near Southeast. We're going to go up New Jersey Avenue, which should be, if not this next street, the one after that, and that'll take us right to the U.S. Capitol. Now over on my left is the Capitol Hill Power Plant. That's the power plant that provides heat and steam and chilled water and electricity to all the congressional buildings and I believe the Supreme Court and a few others. There's a series of steam tunnels that connect this building with the Capitol buildings. Apparently they're a real mess. The workmen who used to work there actually filed lawsuits because it was so decrepit and run down and dangerous. Now, there are not a lot of photos of those tunnels. Now, the other tunnels at the Capitol where the people are, those are getting photographed all the time. But these tunnels, not that visible. Okay, let's dump this scooter off and we'll make our way up to the Capitol, which is, as you can see, right there. I have to find out where this thing is. Okay, we found out it's in 2141 Rayburn. That's this building, first floor. Let's see if we still can get in. Okay, we're inside. 2141 is on the right-hand side here. And maybe they're done. It says it's on this hallway, but there's no people out here. Yeah, this must have been it. The line started here. Judiciary Committee, 2141. I think it's done now. Yeah, there's nobody inside. Yep. That's where it was. Wrong door. Okay, a day late, dollar short. Oh well. We missed the FBI whistleblower hearings. I guess it just ended. That was the committee room that had it, but there's nobody in there except the clerks cleaning up all the mess. Let's just wander around a little bit and get some ice cream. Okay, back on a bike. No ice cream, no FBI whistleblower. I mean, there was a hearing earlier. I just missed it because, well, I don't really pay attention to the Congress that much. Anyway, let's head over and see what we can see over here. Maybe some of the guys are outside talking now. Might be kind of cool. All right, it looks pretty quiet. up here at the House Triangle. There's nobody setting up for any press conferences. We've got a couple tour groups outside, but not sure if any congressmen are with them. We can go over to the Senate side, see if the Senate's got anything happening. But generally, guys, it looks pretty mellow. There's a guy, crazy guy yelling. Not a congressman, just a normal crazy guy. Oh, they got the lights on down at the swamp. Must mean a senator is here. Well, let's go over and take a look. That's the Supreme Court. We got a lot of big decisions coming. Actually, decisions come out today, but I don't know what they said. Bigger ones coming out now. I see flash photography up ahead. That means somebody over here is worth taking a picture of, or something is worth taking a picture of. They got a bunch of guys with a big sheet. Let's go take a look. That's got to have a senator's head right there. Is that Markey? I think Senator Markey was going to speak about fossil fuels today or something. Yep, that's Senator Markey.
I want execution in free protest. When my grandfather was the first black teacher there for color school living in a segregated area, it was owned by the Suffolk plant. We have over 20-something industries, but now we fighting for our life. And I am for this ban to be passed. I want the Biden administration to understand when he rely on the black African American and the youth for his.
Okay, Senator Markey's complaining about fossil fuels again, and well, we've filmed that many times before. Let's go down on the mall, make our way back over to the White House, where my car is, I think. I kind of lost track of where my car is today. It's just such a gorgeous day. Okay, back at the Ellipse. There's a huge tour group, I mean humongous, off to my right. We had to like zip over here, and we gotta try to get in front of them before we get to the narrow choke point of the 0 milestone, which is up here on the left. Now, someone was asking about the 0 milestone. The 0 milestone is a marker right over here that tells the distance of Washington, D.C. to pretty much every other place in the country. So when you see a sign in Poughkeepsie that says, you know, Washington, D.C., 300 miles, it's 300 miles to this marker, this 0 milestone here in Washington, D.C. This is also where the first transcontinental drive of U.S. military vehicles took place. They started right here, and they drove to the West Coast. It took 30 days. Several men were killed, and one of the young lieutenants involved in it was a guy named Dwight Eisenhower. And the impact of that drive helped to propel him to come around to the idea of the interstate highway system. Okay guys, so that's Friday. Yeah, no, it's Thursday. It just seems like a Friday because it was kind of boring. But anyway, that's how it is sometimes. Listen, I didn't make it to the FBI hearing. I know Congresswoman Green introduced impeachment resolutions, but I don't have a congressional pass. Getting a congressional press pass is actually pretty hard. Still working on that. I have an application pending, but it'll take a while. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Be sure to watch the live stream I did today if you want to see more riding around the city trying to get hit by cars.